alongside Annika Onura and Andy Botfish for the next few hours. Annika, lots to look forward to as always, but what's got your attention in particular?
Oh, there's quite a few going on today. So I would say the men's T35 100-meter final. That's going to be a very, very spicy race. And towards the end of the program, we also have the men's 1500 T54, which includes Marcel Hughes. So hopefully we'll see a couple more medal opportunities for himself and the other athletes.
Love seeing the silver bullet go round, and he always goes quickly. And great to have our colleague Andy here for the first of a number of sessions. You're in for a treat, Andy. What are you looking forward to?
Well, again, the 100, the T64 with this lightning quick Italian who set the new Paralympic Games best time in qualifying for that fight. I think that's a wide open race, so it's going to be fascinating to see how he gets on. The heats in the women's 400, Brianna Clark going, the two-time defending Paralympic Games champion. So some absolute legends out there on the track, and of course in the field tonight with the long jump final. And we're going to be starting with the shot put, I believe, aren't we? Tursunov, the defending champion in that long jump event, goes for another gold, and that'll be fascinating to see how he gets on.
As usual, we'll get some field events underway at the top of the program. Then the men's 100 T35 final. There's a long jump in there and a men's shot put later, and some track finals and those 1500 metre events that Annika was alluding to. They will be quick and interesting. So different actual setup tonight with the, normally they can get to 3 or even 4 throwing events happening simultaneously, but with a big javelin final that's taken up about half the grass area inside the track, and a sense of anticipation. A lot come early and then quite a few come late, but we generally get a very full stadium, lots of noise and generous support for everybody. And we've got a sprint final up pretty early in the schedule, the men's T35 100, and there are only 4 teams represented. Argentina, Brazil and Ukraine have got 2 finalists, and then there are 3 in the center of the track who are neutral Paralympic athletes. It's not out of the question they could sweep the medals. It's 24 degrees. You can see that it's overcast. We are not expecting rain. We've had a bit of that through the opening sessions, but none during the day. Pleasantly mild in Paris. And yeah, it's not out of the question that the neutral Paralympic athletes could sweep the medals, which would be unusual. Annika, we've seen some controversy surrounding a few events here, protests, disqualifications that played into some results. How aware are the top athletes of their rights and their obligations around the conduct of events? Like, how aware are they of what they can and can't do if something happens?
I mean, most of the time across the different events, most athletes should know what the rules are. It's not necessarily the focus for the athletes. It is usually most performances, especially on the track, if there is a protest. It's pretty straightforward, but obviously we've seen, like yesterday with Timothy Aldolf, the French athlete, where there was a little bit of controversy in regards to, did he finish second? Was the athlete ahead of him? The guide, did they go in front? Especially with those guide races, with the athletes who have guides, it can be quite hit and miss. So yeah, hopefully there'll be less of that today and more clean-cut races.
A reminder of the schedule, opening up the men's javelin F64, women's discus F53. Often put them at the top of the schedule because they can take a couple of hours to get through, and they often do have to wait as well for victory ceremonies or a track event to start before their event can continue. So we get them away early. Yes, Joël Genot, 5-time Paralympian with the coup de baton responsibility today. From Athens to Rio and all stops in between. impeccable timing. 2 gold, a silver and 2 bronze. He started off his career in para-athletics and then moved to paracycling, and a very decorated Paralympian. So the men's javelin first on the schedule, and there's a field of 10. And Sumit of India holds a world record of 73.29. And he'll have plenty of pursuers. Roberto Floriani, number 1 there for Brazil, who's first away. He's the F42 world record holder. And out he comes. 6th in Tokyo, 6th at the 24 World Championships. India with 3 in this final. Sandip Sagar, 5th at the World Championships this year. 58.79 he threw. Born in Chechnya, lives in Melbourne, Australia. Mikhail Burian was 2nd in Tokyo. So he's got a few fans here too, with his name up on a banner. Looking forward to the occasion. Dulan Kodathawaku of Sri Lanka, 3rd in Tokyo. Chance for a medal, of course. The 26-year-old from Sonipat in India, Sumit, won Tokyo with a handsome throw of 69.50. Also the world champion last year, and this. Zakaria Ez-Zouri, 4th at the 23 and 24 World Championships. The 35-year-old Ukrainian Roman Novak, 8th in Tokyo, 3rd at the World Championships a few years back. See if he can go to the well and find one of those throws. Ken Kahu of Vanuatu is the flag bearer for his nation here. Sandeep, 4th in Tokyo and Rio. Wouldn't he love to change that trend and get himself onto the dais? He did win the 2019 World Championships. Derek from Oklahoma, 26-year-old, 8th at the World Championships this year, but he's also a very successful long jumper and high jumper. So they'll be throwing into that quadrant, as we've also got a discus throw coming up.
We do indeed, Steve, as the athletes line off for the women's discus throw final for the F53 competition.
Dans le concours du javelin, nous retrouverons les 3 catégories. L'épreuve des F64 et nous retrouverons les F40.
8 competitors in the field that we have today, including the current world record holder, Elizabeth Rodriguez Gomez from Brazil.
Dans cette catégorie F64.
Straight into action in the javelin. Edda Nielsen, Roberto Floriani. Won the Pan American Games last year at this event. Pan Am Para Games with a throw of 60.79. Oh, that's a healthy one. Nearly out to the 60-metre mark. He is an F42 athlete, so there's a mixture of categories in here. The F42 world record is 59.19, and he owns it. He's got a beautiful flight on his opening throw, and my goodness, he's very close to his own world record. 57.99. Sandip Sagar now. Great to see the big throwers in action early. Not quite 55. The 31-year-old.
Quatrième des Jeux Paralympiques de Rio en 2016 pour le Mexique.
54.86 for Sandip. Top 5 at the World Championships this year. Now, Mikhail Burian, silver medalist from Tokyo, inspired by the great Czech champion Jan Železný, not surprisingly, when Mikhail was still living in what is now Czechia, and saw Jan Železný at his local club. Mikhail moved to Australia in 2012. It's a PB of 66.29. Oh, and that is sailing out there to around 64 metres. He's not that thrilled because he knows he can do better, but it's a good opening gambit from Burian. It's something to see, a well-thrown javelin in flight. It's smack in the middle of the 6. So no problem with keeping it in the legal area. 63.78. And we'll be wanting to improve on that. Karuthwaku from Sri Lanka. Good healthy throws first up from the first 4 competitors. Third in Tokyo was the Sri Lankan. And a 63.14 for Karuthwaku. He owns the world record, 66.49. India with high hopes in this javelin. They've got 3 in the field. Sandip, Sagar, who we've already seen throw, and Sumit, defending champion. See if he can set this one flying. Yes, he does. That's out towards 70 metres. Has a PB of 73.29. Lance drives, arms out immediately. He knew it was a good one. They just know. Paralympic record has gone 69.11. Previously 68.55 for the F64. Here's the men's 100 T35, the first of our finals on the track. The eyes drawn to the middle, where lanes 4, 5 and 6. Kalashian, Safronov and Zatiev. But let's go to Fabio Bourignon. PB of 12.29, was second in Rio in the 100 and 200. Maximiliano Villa of Argentina, just 17 years of age, so a young man in the field. Gaetano Nascimento. Only been a couple of years in parasport. At 25, he's making progress quickly with an 11.91 PB. Now, Kalashian, third in the 100 and 200 in Tokyo. And this man is a slight favourite, Dmitry Safronov. Won both the 100 and 200 in Tokyo. He's 28 now. Has a best of 11.39. A little bit quicker than the rest of the field on paper. Silver medalist at the Worlds, David Zatiev, at 22 years of age. On his outside will be Ihor Setsov. Going back to Rio, he won both the 100 and 200. Evan Barreto, 33-year-old from Zarate. A couple of bronze medals in Rio over the shorter distances. And Ivan Techukin, 19-year-old, second at the World Championships last year. The world record is 11.39. Safronov owns it. Expect him away quickly. The others will be relying on him not to be at his best if they're to have a chance. Cuts an imposing figure in the middle. Does Safronov. Can he make it back to back? The men's 100 T35. Clean start across the board, and in 7 sets of Ukraine got away very well. He's leading at the moment. Now comes Safronov, but he's got nothing left, it seems. It's Setsov who's going to win it in 7, and the Ukrainian in 11.43, just outside the world record of Safronov. Well, it just wasn't there for Dmitry Safronov today. Quickest out, quickest across the board, Ihor Setsov of Ukraine has dominated this race in a most unexpected fashion. The 30-year-old from Nikolaev, well, he's wound the clock back. He won the 100 and 200 in Rio. Kalashian has got second. Safronov will settle for third at 11.79, a season best. PBs Chateau and Kalashian. And the Tokyo champion back to third.
Yes, it was indeed, and he really did get out. He got a really good start. He was able to power right through and then work through that last 35 to 30 meters. And it was great to see that he's able to do this in a new personal best as well of 11:43. It was great that he was next to some of his strong competitors, but they weren't. He was able to hold them off for the continued of the race. And as you can see, his arms go up at the finish line. He was claimed champion.
Well, Safronov, a season best of 11:83. That's about where he's come in at 11:79. On our paperwork, Svetov's not offering a season best, but a personal best of 11:47, and he's come in under that to claim it with an 11:43. And Kalashian and Safronov second and third for the neutral Paralympic athletes. Then Katana Nascimento. We'll have a look at the discus.
The current world record holder, preparing for her 5th attempt. Current Paralympic champion, winning that gold medal in Tokyo with a distance of 17:62. Can she better that today? From the lines, it looks like she does take the lead so far. And that is a big throw. Seems to like that throw. So we just wait for confirmation of the result. And she does, with a new Paralympic record of 17:37.
Seated athletes have all 6 throws consecutively, and then a new athlete comes to the chair. After 3 throws, they can take a short break, perhaps have a water.
Third field final to get underway here at the Stade de France. Men's long jump for athletes with a T36 classification. We've got 8 of the same finalists from Tokyo here. Sergio Markovic, the 21-year-old, the youngest in the field, is the only newcomer.
Go back to the javelin, and Sumit with his second throw after a 69.11. Oh, and it's huge. And his support team goes up. And a throw out past 70 puts him well in the lead. Next best is under 65. And the arms aloft once more for the 26-year-old from India. He's looking to own this event. Well, it's short of the world record, but out past 70, and no one has done that so far. 70.59 for Sumit. Burian and Kodothawaku back in the low to mid 60s. Next event on the track, semi-finals of the women's 100 T11. In this first semi, Moko of Angola, Zhu, People's Republic of China, from Brazil, Silva Spoladore, and Ishitale of Namibia. Each with a guide. It's the most visually impaired category, the T11. Synchronicity between guide and athlete, absolutely crucial. Practice and practice and practice the starts to get the feet in time with each other so that the hands that are tethered are moving forward as one. Zhu was second in Rio, won the T12 in London and is now classified as T11. Crowds each day have really been enjoying the events for athletes with a vision impairment. See how it works. First in each semi-final qualifies, and the next two fastest to the final. So there will only be 4 in the final, as we, of course, need to make room for the guides. Juliana Moko, 6th in Tokyo, 8th at the 23 Worlds. Zhou, People's Republic of China, 2nd in Rio. Silva Spoladore, 5th in Tokyo. Ishitile of Namibia, 7th in Rio, 6th at the 23 Worlds. World record is 11:83. Belongs to Chipa dos Santos, and she'll be in the second semi. Moko in 1, Zhu in 3, Silva Spoladore in 5, Ishitile in 7. Angola, China, Brazil, Namibia. The guide, Abrao Sapalo.
Long cup here already, and is 2012 Paralympic champion for the People's Republic of China.
Gu Dengpu, the guide for Zhu Guohua. Guide for Silva Spoladore is Renato Costa Oliveira. And Sem Shimanda, the guide for Laya Ishitile. Season best times, not much between them, but a PB does stand out from Zhu, People's Republic of China, and 11:91. Perhaps we can throw some favoritism her way in this first semi of the women's 100 T11. Plenty of time allowed for athlete and guide to get set. Make sure all is legal behind the start line. Tethers in place. They got away pretty cleanly. And Zhu was a little bit slow off the blocks, but now starting to gather them in. Silva Spoladore making a race of it. Zhu's really got to bring it home, but it's going to be Silva Spoladore who takes this first. Nothing in it for second and third between Ishitila and Zhu, but maybe the Namibian got there in second, but it will be Silva Spoladora who goes straight through. Only the winner certain to qualify. Fairly even start, but Silva Spoladora applied some speed and got there in 12:07. That's not the quickest time, but it's who gets through. And Ishitile did get there in second, 12:19, 12:25 for Zhu, and 12:56 for Moko of Angola. So a nervous wait for Ishitile and Zhu.
Silva Spoladora getting a fine start. She was put under slight pressure, but with the help of a guide, she was able to finish strongly and take that automatic spot, and doing so in a time of 12:07, which is also a new season's best. So as you can see there, she was strong enough to hold off any of the competition as she closes towards that finish line.
Yes, and everyone crossing legally. The athletes dipping and just slightly holding back the guides, and perfect technique to finish a race like this. So Silva Spoladora and guide Costa Oliveira across in 12:07, a season's best, and they qualify. Close for the next two, Ishitile and Zhu. See what happens. Moko and a 12:56.
So let's take a look at what's happening in the men's T36 long jump. Neutral Paralympic athlete Evgeny Tursunov, world and Paralympic Games record holder and the big favourite for this event. So 5:76 from Alexander Litvinenko, the Ukrainian, which is set a new Games record already, actually. We had that just a little earlier, off camera. So Tursunov under pressure. The defending champion from Tokyo, Olympic and world champion, opening with a 5:61. Yang 5:49 with the season's best earlier. Goes into third, Tursunov. Litvinenko, seventh in the final shake-up in the Japan National Stadium 3 years ago. He got a bronze in the World Champs here in Paris last year. It's down at Stade Charlotte, the south of the city. That was the 5:76. Let's put him into the lead in this competition. European champion 6 years ago in Berlin. Previously a season's best of 5:66. That has thrown down a statement. It really has. Oksana Litvinenko, 5:76. That his first jump, storming into the lead in the men's T36 long jump. Tursunov with work to do, the defending champion from Tokyo. So the events going thick and fast. Quite delightful evening here in northern Paris at the Stade de France. Superb drone cameras capture the scope and scale of the action inside the stadium here.
Really is a beautiful place to be, and coverage has been great. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you might be watching as we tilt back towards what will be the second semi of the women's 100 T11. Got a big throwing event on with the javelin.
Semi-final 2 then in the women's 100 for T11 classification athletes. Again, 4 runners with their guides on the start line here. So the Swallow-Dore winning that first qualifying race, the opening semi-final, 12:07, so she's safely through. And it's a Brazil-heavy event, this. 2 further Brazilians in this race. In lanes 1 and 3, Julia dos Santos and the world champion, the world best time holder, Charissa Jeba dos Santos. China, Venezuela in the conversation as well here. So we're looking for another semi-final winner to directly qualify, and then it's the next 2 fastest. Ishitale and the Chinese Xu, 12:19 and 12:25 from that first semi-final. So these athletes know what they've got to do. Julia Carol dos Santos is the only woman in this semi-final field to run sub 12 seconds all year with an 11:93. Charissa Jeba dos Santos, the world best time holder, 11:83. With her guide Gabriel dos Santos, we've got Liu Chuiqing, world champ silver medalist from Kobe a little earlier this year. She has 4 Paralympic golds, a couple of Paralympic silvers as well. And lane 7, Venezuela, Linda Perez Lopez, the defending Paralympic champion. And struggled a little bit at the Worlds, down the order in 7th there, bronze at the Parapans. Late last year in Santiago, Chile, with her guide Alvaro Cassiani Herrera. So that marker time from that first semi-final, Silvia Swallow-Dore, 12:07. Another direct entrant into the final of the women's 100 or T11 athletes. That's what we're going to be seeing in no time at all here. Joined by the next 2 fastest. Julia dos Santos in 1, Charissa Jeba dos Santos in lane 3, Liu Chuiqing of China in 5, Linda Perez Lopez in 7. And they're away cleanly. This is going to be a fast semi-final. Julia dos Santos struggling a little bit far-sided. Charissa Jeba dos Santos coming through for a clean win. Second best, Liu Chuiqing, the Chinese athlete, comes in 2nd place. So Charissa Jeba dos Santos, the world record holder in 11:83, takes that win.
And she does in a fantastic run, in a new world record of 11.80 seconds. What a fantastic run that was in the semi-final, and most importantly, secure her spot into that final run. What a way to do it, doing it in fantastic style and really putting the gauntlet down into that final.
That was absolutely devastating from Charissa Jeba dos Santos. A clear win there in lane 3 with Gabriel dos Santos, her guide. Absolutely spectacular. And Liu Chuiqing, 12:06, 12:19, a season's best for Linda Perez Lopez, who scrapes into another Paralympic final there. But what a win.
And what a way to do it. She really did lead from gun to tape. She got out really strong, super strong start, super powerful. She maintained that speed right through, to the closing meters of the race. And with a beautiful dip, secured her spot into that final in a world record time.
Absolutely destroyed it. There, Jerusha Sheba dos Santos. And we have our 3 qualifiers for the final, the women's T11 100 from this second semi-final. Jerusha Sheba dos Santos with her guide, Gabriel dos Santos Garcia, enjoying that moment. And of course they should. That was absolutely explosive. World record time then for Jerusha Sheba dos Santos, Shui Xing and Linda Perez Lopez go through to join Silva Spoladore, the first semi-final winner, to the final of the women's T11 100.
We head back to the discus. Keiko Onodani of Japan, preparing to take her throw. She did win silver in Kobe this season, and that is a great throw from the Japanese athlete. Currently sitting in second place with a distance of 15 meters and 78. Can she better that with this 6 to 10? And she does stay in second with 15.78.
Second attempt for Evgeny Tursunov in the men's long jump. Paralympic athlete. So 5.61 in the first. Litvinenko is shaking things up a little bit in this competition with that 5.76. The Ukrainian with his first jump. Attempt 2 for the defending champion from Tokyo. That's another biggie. It's another biggie from Evgeny Tursunov. He might well be snapping at Litvinenko's marker here. Oh, he's bringing out the best in the leading athletes in the field. High quality stuff already in this men's long jump final for athletes with T36 qualification. We'll wait to see confirmation, but that is right up there. It's a 5.76, so that goes level with Litvinenko's marker. And not quite at the same level there for the Brazilian. That's Mateus Almeida Ramos. That was Pereira de Silva who came down next. The Brazilian 5.94, season's best. So a personal best, so in reasonable form here, but that's a little bit away from where he needs to be. 5th place. Then for Rodrigo. Improving on that 5.37 with his first jump. No jump first off for the Uzbekistani, Turganov, who was 5th at the World Champs in Kobe, Japan. But last year, he was the World Champion. Also competing in the 100 and the 400 here. All of these athletes are multi-skilled, multi-talented, going for medals in all kinds of different events. There's a PB of 5.75. 5.57 is his furthest this year. joint competition leading marks, 5.76. Litvinenko and Tursunov. Turganov here. No jump with his first attempt. Looked good. He's over 5. So he's at the races. But needs to find a little bit more distance. Maybe pushing 5.50, something like that. Between 40 and 50. 5.43, but it's a good jump. He's on the board and slots into 7th place in the men's long jump final. T36 classification. 5.76. That's the Paralympic Games best jump, shared by Tursunov and Litvinenko, but Litvinenko did it with his first attempt.
Action about to resume on the track. We're getting towards the start time for the men's 100 T63. The world record holder is in the field. And Vinicius Goncalves Rodriguez. And along with Desmond Jackson of the US, Denmark, South Africa, Germany, the Netherlands and Indonesia, all represented. 2 in for the USA. Field about to be introduced. And here is Desmond Jackson from Baltimore, 5th at the 2019 World Championships, 7th in Rio in the long jump. A lot of sprinters working across to that event as well. And Desmond's one of those. Here he is, world record holder, Vinicius Goncalves Rodriguez, 2nd in Tokyo and at the 23 Worlds. 31-year-old Dane Daniel Wagner, 4th in Tokyo, won the Worlds 5 years ago. But in this classification, here is the new man on the block. Puseletso Mabote equaled the Paralympic record held by Goncalves Rodriguez in qualifying at 12:05. Can he go faster? Leon Schaefer. From deep down comes the scream. Won the World Championships this year. Joel de Jong won the World Championships last year. 8th in Tokyo, so he's on the fast improve. The 19-year-old from Los Angeles, wouldn't he like to be around in a few years and have a home games? Very good high and long jumper. Patin, 4th at the World Championships this year and won the Para Games in Hangzhou last year in a 12:24. But Mabote, Wagner and Schaefer in the middle of the track. Could be hard to shift, but de Jong in 7. He gets away well. Let's see. $11.95 to beat for the world record, currently held by Goncalves Rodriguez in lane 3. Once they get up to full speed, these men are flying. Jackson on the inside of Goncalves Rodriguez. Wagner in the red singlet, then Mabote. Schaefer of Germany, de Jong Netherlands, Fretsch USA, Patin Indonesia. He's got plenty of self-belief. And he's going to have to do more than believe to beat the men to his right. Mabote at 19. Does he have the composure to beat these more experienced sprinters? Schaefer in 6. with the big, impressive beard. He'll like his chances here. Has the experience. And they all got away pretty well. Mabote also, but out in the outside, Parton is absolutely flying. They'll start to haul him in, though. Who's going to catch him? It looks like Wagner on the inside in lane 4. He's got there. Well, Mabote, not this time. It looks like it's Wagner's race in around 12:07. It's Fretch in 12:06, Wagner 12:08, and Fretch has got it. Out in lane 8. We can't believe it. He's a high jump world champion, and now the Paralympic gold medalist in sprinting as well. Wagner, well, and 12:10 for Goncalves Rodriguez. So 12:06, 12:08, 12:10, 12:12 for Schaefer. It was that tight. And Fretch out in lane 8 has surprised even himself, I think, to get there by 2 100ths in a personal best. His previous best of 12:14 he shaved off nearly a 10th. Well, how about that for the 19-year-old from Los Angeles?
New kid on the block, I would say, Steve. He was out there in lane 8. He wasn't worried about what was going on in the middle of the race. He just focused on what he needed to do, and he was able to take that win right from the outside. You can see there, Parton actually got the better start from everyone. He actually led the race for the first 60 meters or so. Wagner and French started to come through, and it was a strong dip on the line. It did require a photo finish, but French took that win in a new personal best.
It was about the dip.
It was.
He's thrown his head at the line, and he's got there ahead of Wagner, who I thought might have had it, but by 0.02.
I think Wagner thought he had it too.
Yes, well, he convinced me.
But he also did run a personal best in 12:08, so
yeah,
he can't be too disappointed.
Well, first and second ran PBs, a season best for Goncalves Rodriguez. He's happy whatever. He just likes being on this stage in front of big crowd again. That's gold.
He thought he was just a high jumper. No, Ezra, you are more than that. You are now Paralympic champion in the 100 meters T63.
I thought I was. Well, I'm glad we referenced it before, because he's so proud of his multi-sport capability. And now he's a Paralympic champion in 100 meters. T63, the American. Daniel Wagner of Denmark and Goncalves Rodriguez of Brazil. Gold, silver and bronze it'll be. What a race.
What a race indeed. And what a long jump event is shaping up on the outskirts as well. So we had another 5.76. Some really big jumps being thrown down, you know. This is high quality stuff. Asa Mateus Almeida Ramos, 5.70 with his first attempt, improves on that by 6 centimeters. So that is Evgeny Tursunov, Alexander Litvinenko, and now Asa Mateus Almeida Ramos hitting that 5.76 marker. And that previous best Paralympic Games best distance is just being swatted aside by a variety of our jumpers here. So just like Torsenol, Azza there makes 5.76 with his second jump. We have 3 athletes from Brazil, the neutral Paralympic athlete and the Ukrainian, on 5.76 here in the joint lead in the men's long jump.
Well, great atmosphere around the Stade de France. The lower 2 tiers pretty packed. Still some room for some latecomers, but they've missed some action if they're not here. It's been grand stuff. Tight finishes, tight events unfolding. And the men's 100 T64 to come.
Just had a ripping 100 final in the T63. I wonder what the T64 classification athletes can deliver here. This is going to be absolutely captivating. Brazil, Britain, a couple of Germans in there, the lightning quick Italian, Costa Rica, USA and Netherlands in this men's T64 final. He did make the A final in Tokyo. The 32-year-old Alan Oliveira Becker Fonteles, but here he is in his 5th Paralympic Games. 200-meter gold medalist back in London 2012 and a world champion in the 100 all of 11 years ago. Back-to-back golds in London and Rio. Johnny Peacock shared the bronze in Tokyo, hunting down that 3rd gold in this race at the Paralympic Games. A 2-time Paralympic Games champion, a 2-time world champion, the British legend from Cambridge. Well, Johnny Peacock shared the Tokyo bronze with this guy, Johannes Floors, 2-time Olympic champion. Did win a gold in Tokyo. That was in the T62 400s. But quickest in this field, Maxil Amu Manu. 10.69 in the heats to set a new Paralympic Games record. And he will be the runner to beat. Felix Streng is the defending Olympic champion. He won in Tokyo. 5 Olympic medals, 2 golds, 3 world champs medals. 10.76 was that time in Tokyo. With his silver 3 years ago, Sherman Guiti became an instant superstar as the first Costa Rican to win a Paralympic Games medal. Broke new ground again when he stormed to the world title in Kobe in May. Second at the Worlds behind Guiti was 25-year-old Hunter Woodall, his first major champs medal in the 100, having won 3 Paralympic medals at 200 and 400 metres. Wife Tara, of course, they form that legendary social media superstar couple, and the youngest in the field by some distance, 21-year-old Dutchman Olivia Hendricks, but it's still his second Paralympics, having won silver in the 400 in Tokyo. He was 9th in this event. So, dangerous outsider, but the 400 seems to be his specialty.
Hendricks. Woodhull. Guiti. Frank.
8 supreme athletes in the mixer. The Blade Runners all set here.
Place à la finale du 100 mètres hors catégorie T60.
It's the second of our 3 100-meter finals in this session across the 16 athlete classifications going for 100-meter golds. So Felix Streng, 10.72, Paralympic Games marker. Axel Amo Manu, though, as the game's best time from the qualifiers. Watch out for him in lane 5. Woodall in 8. There he is. And in Ghana, then moved to Milan at age 11 to join his mum. Paralympic men's 100-metre final with T64 athletes, and Manu has been dropped in the middle. Does he have a finish? Coming through is Sherman Guiti. What a performance! Fantastic race. Guiti has come through there to claim the glory. Axel Amo Manu, the big spotlight was on the Italian in the middle, but he was dropped early. And a sensational double now. The world title in Kobe in Japan. Sherman Guiti has added the Paralympic Games best time to the gold as well. Fantastic race there from the Costa Rican superstar. Gold in the men's 100 T64. Manu came in second place, and Felix Streng, by the looks of things, has taken down Johannes Flores, his German compatriot, for bronze.
And doing so in another fantastic Paralympic record. Wow, what a race that was by Guiti. You could see just how happy he is with that win, carrying his flag, proud, heading towards that board where he's able to claim and put that marker down by winning in such fantastic style.
Streng, yeah, drops from gold to bronze, but we have a new champion in the men's 100 T64, and it is Sherman Guiti, silver in Tokyo. He has made the adjustments and the corrections and the improvements necessary to stand atop of the podium 3 years on here in Paris.
He actually got a really good drive phase. His head comes up slightly quicker, but he just kept powering through, right through to that finish line and taking that win.
And Streng, I suspect when he looks at that back, can't believe he's lost that silver medal. Manu has dived to the line there to just get second. He
has, but he was actually ahead of Streng by about a metre or so from about 40 onwards. So it would have taken a lot for him to, you know, continue to build up and accelerate to take that win from Guiti. And Manu actually had a not so great start. He actually almost fell out the blocks at the start, which may have potentially cost him the race. But he does take that silver medal in a time of 10.76. So he takes that silver, and Felix Streng takes the bronze in 10.77.
Yeah, an improvement on that Paralympic Games best time set by Manu in qualifying at 10.69.4 comes off that thanks to the Costa Rican winner, Sherman Guiti. Paralympic Games best time 10.65 to win the gold in the men's T64 100 metres.
Ezra Freck with one of the quotes of the game, surely. I thought I was just a high jumper. Well, he's one fine sprinter. And Guiti jumping in as well to take his moment. The javelin, Koduthawaku of Sri Lanka. Oh, wait a minute. He's thrown that a long way. Koduthawaku. Still Sumit the man to beat. He's thrown over 70 metres. Koduthawaku. Sri Lankan and Indian athletes really taking to these javelin events. And 67.03 for the F44 is a world record. Sumit still in front overall in the event. So we've got F44, F64 athletes combined in the javelin. And the Australian Mikhail Burian looking to medal again. Silver in Tokyo with a 66.29. Final attempt from Burian. And just over the 60, maybe around 61 meters. Don't think that will eclipse his 64.89 from the second round. Throwers generally know, and he's not super excited. Lovely camera work. Track that through the Paris evening. Everyone at a safe distance. And the season's best of 64.89 will be his best for the competition, and sitting in third. And I think he can be displaced. He'll get a medal. We've just got Kota Thawaku with his last, and then Sumit, if he even chooses to throw. Kota Thawaku needs over 70. Not quite. Just a little flat out of the hand that time. And takes something really special to find your biggest attempt after being out there for almost an hour, throwing, watching, worrying. And plenty of effort goes in after the throw as well from most of these athletes in the javelin. He's pleased enough with the 67.03, and for his classification a new world record of 67.03. Burian congratulates the man who's just ahead of him on the standings, Kota Thawaku. Good camaraderie, which we've so enjoyed at the Stade de France from the athletes in their various competitions. And here's our leader. He can't be displaced from the top. Sumit of India. For back-to-back javelin titles. Another big one around 66 meters. And it will be India, Sri Lanka, Australia. Sumit led it from the get-go, 69.11 in round one. And through a Paralympic record in round two. One foul in the fourth round. But he's put together a winning competition. Two-time world champion now, two-time Paralympic champion. And flag bearer he was for India at the start of these Paralympic Games. And they'll take up that Indian flag and enjoy the moment. just about due one of our first victory ceremonies. And from the earlier session today, at the men's discus F56 final.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs du lancer du disque masculin F56.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's discus throw F56.
Small field in this one, but it did contain the world record holder in Claudine Batista dos Santos.
Veuillez accueillir les médailles.
Please welcome the medalists.
Brazil, India, Greece, Slovakia and Serbia in the F56 discus final.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Madame Sophie Laurent, directrice des relations internationales du comité d'organisation des Jeux Olympiques et Paralympiques de Paris 2024.
International Relations Director of the Organising Committee of the Olympic and Paralympic Games in Paris 2024.
Accompagnée par
Accompanied by
Madame Julie Lefebvre, première vice-présidente de Est Ensemble.
First Vice President of Est Ensemble.
Médaillé de bronze représentant la Grèce.
Bronze medalist representing Greece, Konstantinos Zounis.
Konstantinos Zounis, the 33-year-old from Thessaloniki in Greece. Fourth in Tokyo. And fifth at the Worlds this year. Third in Paris. .41.32 in his fifth attempt, his best today.
Médaillé d'argent représentant l'Inde.
Silver medalist representing India, Yogesh Katulinia.
Well, it was silver in Tokyo, silver at the World Championships this year and last year, so it's a familiar colour for Yogesh Katulinia from Delhi, now living in Bahadurgarh. And a 42.22 with his first throw was the season's best.
Médaillé d'or des champions paralympiques représentant du Brésil.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Brazil, Claudine Batista dos Santos.
Claudine Batista dos Santos, 3 times Paralympic gold medalist now. Rio, Tokyo, Paris. And a 3-time world champion, 2019, 23 and 24. He just won't be shifted from that top spot. 45-year-old from Sao Paulo. Through a Paralympic record of 46.86, beating his own mark by just over a metre. And about half a metre short of his world record. Too good for the field today, though.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne du Brésil.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can, please stand for the anthem of Brazil.
So the three medalists gather for the obligatory photo opportunity. Courtney Batista dos Santos of Brazil, Yogesh Kathania of India, and Konstantinos Sunis of Greece. Men's discus F56 medalists.
So third place at the moment, Alexander Litvinenko from Ukraine in the T36 men's long jump. It's a really high standard. 5.76 is the marker. And he's having a good go at it. Again there, Litvinenko, but I don't think that's up to where he needs to be to overhaul Evgeny Tursunov and Mercedes Almeida Ramos, Brazil. And the neutral Paralympic athlete Tursunov are 1 and 2 at the moment. 5.5 around about that marker. But it's not up to his 5.76 produced with his first attempt here. He has it from William Steadman at present, the Kiwi is just off the podium. 5.56 with 2 to go. He's got to get further than 5.76, the Ukrainian. That's how things look then. Made it Ramos, Tursunov and Litvinenko all at 5.76. Well, I think we're going to see some more victory ceremonies. Indeed, we are. Yeah, a nice punctuation to the track and field events here in the Stade de France. Indeed, it's the victory ceremony for the women's F54 shot put.
Brazilian athlete there taking that win for the women's shot put. Taken second, won by Gloria Zaza Gurimada from Mexico.
International Relations Director of the Organising Committee of the Olympic and Paralympic Games in Paris 2024.
Médaillé de bronze représentant de l'Ouzbékistan.
Bronze medalist representing Uzbekistan, Nurkan Kurbanova.
Nurkan Kurbanova from Uzbekistan taking that bronze medal. The 30-year-old athlete also won bronze in the shot put in Tokyo. She's won bronze here, and she's also added to that collection today. Also taking the bronze medal at the Kobe World Championships earlier on this season with a distance of 7 meters and 48.
Silver medalist representing Brazil, Elizabeth Rodrigues-Gomez.
Elizabeth Rodrigues-Gomez from Brazil taking that silver. This is actually her first Paralympic silver medal in this event. But has won the World Championships last year in Paris, taking that gold medal. And also won bronze in the Doha 2015 World Championships as well. Congratulations to the Brazilian athlete.
Médaille d'or, championne paralympique représentante du Mexique.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Mexico, Gloria Zaza.
The gold goes to Gloria Zaza Gurumada from Mexico, the 40-year-old athlete winning that gold medal for the very first time, previously finishing in silver in Tokyo. Finishing fourth as well in the Rio Paralympic Games. She did also win gold at the World Championships in Kobe early on this season. And now she is the Paralympic champion.
Please stand for the anthem of Mexico.
Medalists from the women's shot put F54, Nerkon Uzbekistan, Kubinova taking that bronze in 7:75 in a season's best. Elizabeth Rodriguez Gomez from Brazil taking that silver in 7:82. And the Paralympic champion, Gloria Zaza Gurumada from Mexico with a distance of 8 meters 06.
Women's discus action. And Zoya Ovsi of Ukraine. Picture of focus and now readiness. At 6 attempts. Won the club throw F51 classification in Tokyo, did Zoya Ovsi. In this event, third in Tokyo and Rio. And sitting in third at the moment. Behind Rodriguez Gomez and Onadani, Brazil and Japan.
The victory ceremony on the way, keeping pretty tight to the schedule, so we're going to see the medals handed out here in the men's 100 T35.
Please welcome the medalists.
It's actually the same podium as Tokyo this. The athletes have switched around, the different steps on it. Exciting race. Sviatov, Kalashian and Safronov, the 1, 2 and 3 this time around. It was Safronov, Sviatov, Kalashian 3 years ago, who finished gold, silver and bronze. The Victory Ceremony Presentation Committee, IPC Governing Board Member, Mr. Mohamed Alameli, and Madame Julie Lefebvre, First Vice President of Est Ensemble. Neutral Paralympic athletes, 2 and 3 here. Gold in the National Stadium in Tokyo, drops to bronze here. Still a season's best of 11:79 run in that Paralympic final. He actually did the double, the 100 and 200 in Tokyo, as another Paralympic medal, bronze this time. Safronov with the bronze. Silver, well, that was won by another neutral Paralympic athlete, Artem Kalashian. Kobe world champs in May, he won that. World champion is now the Paralympic silver medalist. That bronze from Tokyo turns to silver in Paris for the 27-year-old 11:70. Another PB run in that final. So neutral Paralympic athletes, bronze and silver. The glory gold to Ihor Sviatov. Back as the Paralympic champion. He was a double, the Paralympic champion in Rio in the 100 and 200. Silver in Tokyo. Back on top of the pile. His name engraved at the Star Square in Kiev in August of 2020. Perhaps they'll shine a light on that now as well. The gold medalist in Paris 2024 in the men's T35 100 meters, Ihor Sviatov of Ukraine.
If you can, please stand for the anthem of Ukraine.
An emotional gold medal win for Ukraine in the men's T35 100. Ihor Sviatov gold, neutral Paralympic athletes. Artem Kalashian and Dmitry Safronov take silver and bronze.
And javelin winner, Sumit. Big throws, a big winner. Okay, we are returning to the track, this time for a couple of 400 heats. And the women's T20 400 metres, the T20 classification for those athletes with an intellectual impairment. And we've got 2 heats to bring you. Here is the first. Athletes from Colombia, Ukraine, Thailand, India, Belgium, Portugal and Brazil. They'll be occupying lanes 3 through to 9, and on the outside, Antonia da Silva Barros, 4th at the Paralympic Games in Chile last year and 5th at the World Championships this year. Rina Paim, Portugal, 4th in Tokyo. Yara Main, just 18 years of age at her first Paralympic Games. And Chavanji, the current world champion. One to watch in lane 6. Orawan Kaising, 9th in Tokyo. From Ukraine, Yulia Shulia, 2nd in Tokyo and at the 23 World Championships. And from Colombia, Benitez won the Paralympic Games 400 in Chile last year. First 3 in each heat qualify, and the next 2 fastest. So first, second or third would be good. Let's see how it unfolds. Chavanji in 6. Holds the world record at 55.07. Colombia in 2, Ukraine 3, 3 and 4. Kaising, then Chavanji in 6. Chavanji got away pretty well and has already closed in on Mania of Belgium. And she's picking up the 2 in lanes 8 and 9 as well as they head into the back straight. And the Indian runner 3rd from the left, running very smoothly. On the inside, running pretty smartly, Shulia and Kaising of Thailand, and the Colombian Marulia Benitez, but well out in front. Dipti Chavanji, the world record holder, smoothly, no sign of distress in her action. Paim of Portugal on her outside. On the inside, Kaising of Thailand and Ukraine Shulia, but Chavanji's got it by 7 or 8 meters as she strides down to the line and hits it in 55.46, not far outside her world record. Gave it plenty. She is exhausted and is one of the 3 automatic qualifiers, along with Shulia of Ukraine, 56.49. So a full second between first and second. And Silva Barros in 57.54, the 3rd automatic qualifier from Brazil.
She really did lay that gauntlet down in that heat. She proved in this race why she is the current world record holder, winning in a time of 55.45 seconds, getting that automatic cue. As you can see down the back straight of this race, she's going through in a really good time. And then as she turns into the home straight, she's got a good more than 10, maybe 12 meters ahead of the Ukrainian athlete, Shulia, who finished 2nd. She does start to tie up, but she does get that automatic cue. And she proved that she is the world record holder and there will be more to come in that final.
I guess everyone, Annika, runs in a slightly different way. Similar, but everyone's different. Her head, Javanji, is so steady.
Yes, it is. It is. To be honest, she probably didn't need to go out as quick as she did in that considering it was the heat. But you know, like I was saying, she just proved why she is #1 in the world at this event. And
it's a relevant point for this classification because decision making and race strategy are two things that might be impinged by their impairment. But she has run it and given it everything she can with a 55.45. 56.49 for Julia and 57.54 for Silva Barros. Kind of a hazy day around Paris, but a great night to be at Stade de France as the events continue to unfold. Records fall by. Season's best for 3 of the runners in that last heat. Won't be long before we have the second.
Yeah, second heat then in the women's 400. So that gauntlet laid down by Giugiani. And the second heat has a distinctly American flavour. United States, Central America, 2 South American nations in there, plus Europe and the Aussies. We have the 2-time defending Paralympic champion in the field here, so that battle with Giugiani is going to be engrossing the deeper we get into this T20 women's 400. The athletes just getting ready. This classification, this Paralympic race introduced in Rio 8 years ago. And Brianna Clark has that 100% success rate, going for the 3-peat. So Talea Blacksmith, says Kathy Freeman, is the inspiration. She's only 16. And Talea from Australia is Angela Angulo, first Paralympics for her. World champs bronze medalist. Now then, Brianna Clark at 29. Games record time holder as well, 55.18, but only 9th this year in the Kobe World Champs. Silver at those Worlds. The 19-year-old from Turkey, Aysel Onda, has also represented Turkey in non-para athletics. Another youngster from Venezuela, Leonela Vera, silver at the Parapans, and Dominican Republic there with Diana Vivanish looking to have a better experience than Tokyo. She was disqualified, the 22-year-old, third at those Pan American Games in Santiago late last year. Six in this race. We're looking for the top 3 to go through automatically. So Venice lane 3, the Venezuelan in 4, Aysel Onda of Turkey in 5, Brianna Clark, Angelo and Blacksmith in this race. As they come round the back straight, it's a strong start actually from Talea Blacksmith there in lane 8, and Angelo just to her inside. But we expect Brianna Clark to just snip away at that gap. Blacksmith coming round the bend in first place, but she'll be reeled in as they come down the home straight, and Blacksmith coming under threat now from Brianna Clark through the middle, and Aysel Onda really strong as well out in front. So top 3 will go through. It is Aysel Onda who is in complete control. Look at the smoothness, and remembering that process to come home first here in this second heat in the women's 400 T20. It's a new world record as well. That is a stunning performance She's taken that mark away from Dipti Giovanni. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was superb from Onda. Turkish delight.
Turkish delight indeed. We saw the world record holder in the first heat, and now to see Onda from Turkey take that world record in a time of 54.96, gaining that automatic qualifying spot was fantastic. Brianna Clark finishing second there in a new season's best of 56.32. And Vera Colina from Venezuela getting a personal best in third in 56.41. So as we watch this race back, you can see Onda's watching closely to how Brianna is racing, controlling down the back straight. And as she hits that home straight, she is in full control, knowing that she probably has done more than enough to gain automatic qualification and getting that win in a new world record time.
Brilliant there from Eiffel Onda. Then Brianna Clark coming in second. Leonela Veracalina, the Venezuelan, gets that third place finish. So that's automatic passage through. Then in this women's 400 event, Angelo 57.35, 57.96 as well for Talia Blacksmith, who sets a new national record with that time, is a qualifier as well. But that is a real statement performance from the world champ silver medalist from Turkey, Eiffel Onda, who was streets ahead there. Confirmation then of our qualifiers. Eiffel Onda, Brianna Clark and Leonela Veracalina go through as the 1, 2 and 3. Joined by those athletes that came through from that opening heat, won by Dipti Giovanni in 55.45, but the world records holder has seen her mark from Kobe exploded by the young Turk.
Then shot put F11 is just about to get underway, and it's a field of 8. Come from all parts. Islamic Republic of Iran, Alipur Dabeed, Timoan from Kiribati, Brazil's Rodrigo da Silva, Galamacano from Spain, Vucic, Croatia. Leave that start list for a moment, as we're at the very sharp end of this fascinating long jump.
Fascinating is absolutely right, because we're down to the last jumps now. It's athletes with a T36 classification. So William Stedman, he's just off the podium at the moment. Best jump 5.74 in round 3. He's gone 5.47, 5.69 since. The top 3 have the furthest jump of 5.76. So Stedman on the last chance saloon here. It's a no jump. Yeah, he got his approach all wrong. That's a shame for the Kiwi. Current world champion, actually, over 400 meters, William Stedman. Silver in Tokyo, but no, just not happened here in Paris. So a no jump to start and to finish for William Stedman. 5.74, that best mark. And I'm afraid there'll be no medal return for the Kiwi here. Now then, Litvinenko 5.76 with that first attempt. 4.9, 4.6, 5.6 and 5.2 since. He's not been able to match it. They're currently sitting in third place because of the wind assistance. It helped him more than it did to Tursunov and to Matias Almeida Ramos. So last attempt here, 5-7-6 is the marker. He's gone right up at it, you know, because this pressure situation is what can sometimes lead to heroics. He knew he had a medal. It was just going to be what colour, really. Might be left with his 5-7-6 here. And absolutely delighted. He's gone 5-5-4, so it's going to be a bronze here for Alexander Litvinenko. He's held off Stedman. His best was his first. And there's a medal here for Ukraine. In the men's long jump, he was 7th in Tokyo, so what an upgrade. Our champs bronze here in Paris last year, and again he's done it north of the city as opposed to at Stade Charlotte down south. Tursunov, defending champion from Tokyo. The world and the Paralympic Games record holder. He's in second at the moment. Second jump of 5-7-6 is why he's up there. But behind us, Matias Almeida Ramos here. 5-7-6 is that mark here for Evgeny Tursunov, the neutral Paralympic athlete. Oh, it's big! It's big! Has he got the flag? Really bringing it home there. Determination and focus. Well, the approach was what he wanted. He's done it, you know. It's the white flag, and it's 5-8 at least there. It is a new record, 5-8-3 for Evgeny Tursunov. When it comes down to the crunch, the champions deliver, and that's what Tursunov has done here. He has rocketed back into top spot. So, the last jump of the competition, as Matias Almeida Ramos has just dropped from gold into silver. 5-7-6 with that second jump is why he's where he is. He's just been outgunned. Now then, has he got any heavy artillery here with his last jump of this men's T36 long jump final here at the Stade de France? The nation of Brazil is willing to do it, to beat 5-8-3. Well, he's gone far, but he's missed that approach. As Matias Almeida Ramos, he couldn't quite do it. And Tursunov has another gold in the men's T36 long jump. As Matias Almeida Ramos takes the silver in the end with a no jump. And Litvinenko holds that podium with the bronze for Ukraine ahead of Stedman and Yang and Rodrigo Pereira da Silva, Pavlik and Turgunov. Further down the order, it is a silver for Matias Almeida Ramos, the Pan Am Games champion, off the podium in Tokyo. But that's what it means to make it. Off the podium at the Worlds as well. But what about that for a last jump from Evgeny Tursunov? 5-7-6 was the previous Paralympic best mark from Tokyo, and to win a glory gold, he set another Games record jump as well. That's how to do it. Silver for Brazil and also Matias Almeida Ramos. And Litvinenko, bronze at the World Champs in Paris just over a year ago. Bronze at the Paralympic Games in Paris, here and now.
I think they're talking about Los Angeles. They want to go there. Stedman and Litvinenko.
What a final round that was. Full of excitement and drama, which is exactly what you want to see in this stadium here tonight.
Première série du 400 mètres T12.
Time for the semi-final of women's T12 100 meters.
La première de chaque série.
Back to the track.
Pour la finale, ainsi que les deux demi.
T12 category. 400 meters for women. First semi-final. Brazil, Ukraine, Cuba, neutral Paralympic athletes in this race. Uh, 28 years of age from Sao Paulo. It's Teodoro starting on the near side. I do beg your pardon, Alana Kalinic Sorokina, neutral Paralympic athlete. He's 32. He got a silver in the javelin. We've got Omara Durand Elias from Cuba with Yuniel Kindalan Vargas as her guide, the 32-year-old multi-Paralympic Games champion. Crazy run of success. Got Oksana Baturchuk. Nikita Barabanov is the guide. And the Brazilian Teodoro with Rodrigo Acanjo as her guide from Sao Paulo. World champs bronze from Kobe. But really, this one is all about Amado Durand Elias going in lane 5. 8 times a Paralympic Games gold medalist. All the way back to London. There she is, 32 from Havana. Women's 400 meters semi-final, number 1 in the T12 categorization. Teodoro, lane 1, Bodachuk 3, Durand Elias in 5, Kalinic, Sorokina in 7. So we expect the Cuban to come through the field here with all of her experience, and indeed that's how things are panning out. So hitting the front. Kalinic, Sorokina just dropping back a little. It is going to be Amara Durand Elias first in each of these semi-finals. So the next 2 fastest advance to the final in the women's 400 in this category. And looks pretty smooth. Not a drop of sweat there from Amara Durand Elias, who is going to come home here from Oksana Baturchuk. By the looks of things, it is Amara Durand Elias, never in doubt, comes through to be the semi-final winner here in the women's 400 with the Yuniel Kindalan Vargas there, 54.77. That's actually a season's best for Amara, and she qualifies ahead of Oksana Baturchuk with that time of just around 56 seconds there for the Ukrainian. And Kalinic Sorokina has hit a personal best marker. Teodoro dropped off the back. Durand Elias, the comfortable winner.
Comfortable indeed. She really did take that race out, and doing so in a fantastic season's best. As you can see, she's actually leading the race with a 2-3 meter lead, with the Ukrainian athlete on the inside of her, but seems pretty much untroubled for the most part, and was able to take that win in an extremely comfortable time of 54.77 seconds, proving exactly why she is the current world record holder and the current Paralympic holder for this event.
Yeah, those marks set in Rio 8 years ago 51.77. No one has raced this event quicker. Confirmation then, season's best time for Amara Durand Elias is our automatic qualifier in the women's 400.
Athletes are getting ready for the second semi-final. Still action in field events as well. What a cool, lovely evening in Paris. I say cool, it's mild really. Some of it actually finding it a bit warm. So the men's F11 shot put, Alipour David won the 24 World Championships, 1461, and the Asian Para Games in Hangzhou last year with 1392. That's a legal effort. Of course, the challenge for the F11 shot putters is to make sure that they find the quadrant. Alipour David skipping lightly across the circle. And a 1471 is a PB for Alipour David. World record in this event has stood for a very long time, since the Sydney Games of 2000. It's owned by David Cassina Sierra. 15.26 he threw then. So the record to stand for 24 years. Interesting. Women's 400 metres T12 second semi-final. 4 in this one. And the runner on the outside can and does choose to run without a guide in the T12 classification, Valentina Petrillo, and so does Safazadeh, Islamic Republic of Iran. But Barros de Silva and Perez Lopez of Brazil and Venezuela will have guides. Valentina Petrillo, third at the 23 World Championships in a 58.24. 50 years young, born in Naples. In lane 5, Hajar Safazadeh Gadajani. Won the 24 World Championships in 57.56. Should be one to watch in this second semi. Perez Lopez, third in Tokyo, second at the World Championships last year. And the 26-year-old Brazilian Clara Barros de Silva making Paralympic Games debut, PB of 57.73. On times, lean the way of Venezuela and Iran in this one. Perez Lopez and Safazadeh. But the race is not run on paper, as they say. So Brazil on the inside, then Perez Lopez of Venezuela, Safazadeh, Iran in 5, Petrillo, Italy in 7. The outside runners without guides. So away they go in the second semi. Only the winner guaranteed a spot in the final. And they got away fairly cleanly, and perhaps making a move second from the outside is Safazadeh of Iran, coming up on Petrillo without too much trouble and moving away from her smartly. Then it will probably be Perez Lopez, and trailing the field, Barras da Silva back in lane 1. But it's an impressive hit out from Safazadeh Gadaliani of Iran. The 24-year-old has them covered, but now Perez Lopez starting to make a move on the inside from Venezuela. Can she haul in Safazadeh and get that prized first spot? Going to make a go of it down the home straight. On the outside, it's Petrillo. Don't think she can catch them. And Safazadeh is holding on. Here comes Perez Lopez, closing fast. Going to make a finish of this, perhaps. And the finish line too close. And Safazadeh gets there in 56.07. That one significantly slower than the first heat, which was won in 54.77. So perhaps second and third here will be quite concerned about their chances. 56.34 for Perez Lopez. Looks like that puts Botichuk through. Did tighten up towards the end, but through the first 300 metres, Safazadeh looked great.
She did indeed, and she does take that win in a new personal best of 56.07 seconds. She actually took the race out for the first 120 metres with the Italian on the outside. She didn't necessarily feel like she had to chase her down, just staying controlled and not pushing as much as she probably needs to, given the fact that it is just the first round. Coming into that home straight, she was a couple of meters ahead, about 3-4 meters ahead of the Venezuelan athlete Perez Lopez, but she did do more than enough to take that win, and doing so to hold off the Venezuelan in a new personal best. And finishing second, Perez Lopez also ran a personal best of 56.34 seconds and getting the next fastest time spot. So looking forward to seeing both of those athletes in that final.
As they're through, pacing a 400. Annika, give us a quick unlocking of the secret.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
Years later.
Well, it was a bell ringer of a long jump final. Tosinov leaving it to the last to produce the winning jump. The men's F11 shot put. Adi Olad, Islamic Republic of Iran. They have two competitors in this. Fair throw, just finding the front of the circle and staying fair. His teammate to Alipur Darbid, who has been leading it with a 14.71. $14.89 for Olad, so it's Iran first and second. Igor Baskakov, neutral Paralympic athlete, opened up with a 12.36. Somehow he's got to push it out towards 14 meters to get near Alipur Darbid. But is sitting in third position at the moment. Fifth in Tokyo, second at the World Championships this year. certainly capable of a podium finish, and that's where he's sitting at the moment, Baskakov. He's third behind Alipur and Dabid and Olad, both from the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Le drapeau est blanc, son geste sera mesuré 6,46 m lors du premier essai. Rappelons son record personnel à 6,90 m.
We're due a couple more victory ceremonies shortly.
Place au quatrième du concours pour le moment. Il s'agit d'Alessandro Rodrigo da Silva. Au quatrième du concours avec 12,86 m, une trentaine de centimètres de la troisième place.
Got set up the men's shot put. See the assistant helping establish where things are, and a little routine of swiping the circle. Sure what that achieves, but Alessandro da Silva, whatever little superstitions and routines he likes, he should stick with. He was second in Tokyo and won the discus, 12.86, so he's just out of the medals, the 40-year-old from Mauá in Brazil. .71 leads it from 13.89 and 13.12, but that's a foul, unfortunately, for da Silva. Just overbalanced out the front of the circle, and as light as he is on his feet, there was no stopping that, unfortunately. That wasn't tongue-in-cheek. These men really can dance across the circle when they spin at their best. And from Spain, Delamo Cano. The 34-year-old from Madrid. And he's come out the front as well, so that's a foul. His second foul. Actually, he's got a throw of legal one of 12 meters exactly. Soreness in that right hand, perhaps. Now, Vukic, Croatian, 42-year-old from Ogulin, fourth in Tokyo, sixth in Rio, second at the 2019 World Championships. Has studied physics. He should know what's involved here. Getting the shot away at the right angle. Best of 14.42. Assistant helps set him up at the back of the circle. Sometimes called a shifter instead of a spinner. Great extension with that right arm. Pops the shot out. And a 12.33, so he's heading in the right direction with that third attempt. Miljenko Vukic of Croatia. Here's Marti Olad, the reigning Paralympic champion in this event. Also the world champion. Not in front at the moment, though. He's seen a 14.71 put out there by his teammate, Aleppo David. That's better balance. See the skill difference, really, at least to the execution. Others can do it when they get it right, but old lad showing us how it's done. 3 consistent throws from him. 13.50, 13.90 almost, and 13.51.
Le concours du lancer de poids et du lancer de disque sur les différents écrans proposés tout autour du stade.
So it's Iran first and second, and Baskakov, neutral Paralympic athlete, sitting third at the moment, and he's pretty well clear of De Silva.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs du lancer de poids masculin F41.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for event Chateau F41.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
Up next on the track, it is the victory ceremony for the men's shot put F41. And what a thrilling final that was.
Les médailles seront remises par
Medals will be presented by
Monsieur Javelin
Omanov from Uzbekistan taking that gold.
international Paralympique.
former IPC governing board member,
Accompagné par
accompanied by
Madame Caroline Guillaume, directrice exécutive de la communication du groupe Orange.
Executive Vice President of Communication for the Orange Group.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant la République populaire de Chine.
Bronze medalist representing the People's Republic of China, Wang Jun.
Wang Jun from the People's Republic of China winning that bronze medal with a distance of 11 meters and 66. Also throwing a personal best to do so, get that bronze medal. This bronze medal also adds to his collection of winning bronze at the Kobe World Championships back in May.
Médaillé d'argent, représentant l'Allemagne.
Silver medalist representing Germany, Nico Capel.
Nico Capel from Germany winning a glorious, spectacular silver medal with a distance of 13.74. Silver to add to the gold that he won in Rio and the bronze that he won in Tokyo. Also standing as the current world record holder for this event with a distance of 15 meters 07 for May this year.
Médaillé d'or, champion paralympique, représentant l'Ouzbékistan.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Uzbekistan, Bobihan Omanov.
Bobihan Omanov from Uzbekistan becoming Paralympic champion. What a thrilling final that was, winning the gold in 14.32. to add to that gold that he also won in Tokyo. And he's also the current Paralympic record holder.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can, please stand for the anthem of Uzbekistan.
Sensational final that was. Paralympic champion Bobijan Ominov from Uzbekistan taking that win, becoming the gold medalist. Nico Capel with the silver from Germany, taking the silver, and Hang Zheng from the People's Republic of China, winning that bronze medal. The men's shot put F41 final.
Et côté des hommes forts et du poids, catégorie F11, pour le Kiribati Anju Tibéon, qui vient de réaliser son 4e essai. Ils sont entrés dans la deuxième partie de cette finale.
The City of Lights, indeed. We're going to have another victory ceremony. The programme not quite done and dusted here on the 4th day of para-athletics at these Paralympic Games. Do we spot a Thai fan? I think we do. Pitapong Xiangyam going in the men's 1500 T54 heats.
We've seen some sensational hats in the stadium.
They've managed to do some interesting things with the Frege mascot, which, well, the Frege is a hat, but they've changed the shape of it to sell a bit more merchandise. But that's a hat. I'd like to all the way from Uzbekistan. And haven't they got some throwers at this venue, these Games of Paris 2024? Uzbekistan popping up with lots of medals in the throwing events.
Victory ceremony incoming for the men's javelin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's javelin throw F64.
Well, these guys used to it by now. It's the same three who made the podium in Tokyo. Again, a slight switch around in the order behind our defending gold medal champion. Mr. Michael Vinet, president of Coca-Cola France, joined by Mr. Umaru Decore, first deputy mayor of La Courneuve, one of the towns just bordering the north of Paris. Jumping person without presenting. These two are our victory ceremony personnel.
Representing Australia, Michael Murray.
Saluting and presenting the medals to Paralympic 1, 2 and 3. Michael Burian from Australia. Switched out from the silver in Tokyo. Held the podium the whole way through, the Aussie. 64.89. Good enough for third and the bronze. That throw was on his second attempt at 64.89. Good enough for a bronze for Michael, the 32-year-old. Julan Korituaku got into second with his penultimate throw, 67.03. F54 classification athlete has another Paralympic medal, silver, to go with his bronze from Tokyo. A silver medalist as well at the World Champs recently as May in Kobe. Serves in the military police of the Sri Lanka Army, and he was on target in this javelin final.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing India, Sumit.
Well, here he is again at the summit. Another gold. The preeminent athlete in this event, the men's javelin. Did it in Tokyo. He's repeated the feat here in Paris. Not only that, a new Paralympic record as well. And he did it with 4 throws to spare, winning the gold here, 75.9. Sumit does it again. F64 men's javelin champion, back-to-back. India have their first gold medal in para-athletics at Paris 2024, and it's courtesy of Sumit, who does it again 3 years on from Tokyo. Sri Lanka's Julan Korituaku is silver. Michael Burian from Australia wins bronze. What a time it's been for Sumit. Asian Para Games champion, world champion, and now the 2-time defending Olympic champion in the men's F64 javelin.
We still have action in the men's shot put F11. Delamo Cano needs to put another legal effort out there, and that attempt looks to be all good as he's escorted out of the circle. Had a 12-metre exactly attempt in the second round. This time keeps his balance at the front of the circle. And this one looks a fair bit better than his first. And indeed, 13.33, he's into third place. He was back in 7th before that. And now Baskakov, who's just been pushed out of 3rd place. Put it out on a lofty trajectory. Might be his best one so far. He's had 13-12. Tiny bit of room left at the front of the circle. Not much. Still good technique. And 13-19 is his best, but he hasn't been able to reclaim 3rd position from Alvaro del Amocano of Spain. Still got the 2 athletes from Iran in control of the event, Mahdi Olad and Amir Hossein Alapour Dabid. Just sensing the front of the circle with his foot. Finds the back of the circle. Well-trusted technique, obviously. 13.89. He's nearly a full metre behind Dabid. He won't really like that one. It's a big, strong unit. Here's Mahdi Olad. Just his technique let him down that time. Seemed to come away from the hand just a little low. And just 12.02. Our competition leader in the men's F11 shot put, Amir Hossein Alapour Dabid, is actually the youngest in the field at 22, and the only man in his 20s in the field. Oh, he's the only one putting it out past 14 metres, and he's done that again. He set a new area record in the 2nd round with 14.71. Oh, the speed and the balance. It's all fine to be powerful, but you need speed in these throwing events, and he has it. All 4 of his attempts so far have been better than anyone else's. Leads it with 14.71. 2 rounds to go. Give a medal of some colour to our organisers tonight. They've got the session running very neatly on time. It's a hard thing to do, so much going on. Weaving in the victory ceremonies, events can be delayed, all sorts of reasons. But we're pretty much on track in this session. We've shortly got the men's 1500 T54 heats. 2 of them, 9 in the first, 8 in the second. And I'm noting that they're going to allow 10 in the final. So the first 5 in each heat go through. There's no question of qualifying out of a lower position. It's just the straight first 5. So our man in bronze medal position, Amokano, is about to go again with his 5th round attempt. As his spot. Too good, 2 fouls. 13:33 with his last effort. Can he build on that? Crowd gives him a good reception. Spinning around to keep himself inside the circle, just kicks the board to locate his position. Can he improve on 13:33? He does. 13:38 and a personal best for Alvaro del Amokano. The athletes are gathered on the far side of the track for the start of our first 1500 T54, and we have some class in this field. It includes Marcel Hug, won this event in Tokyo. Gabi on the inside for Tunisia, Republic of China's Jin Hua, Aaron Pike of the United States, Great Britain's Nathan Maguire. Republic of China also on the outside in Dai Yunqiang. Looks happy to be there. Why not? Putrat Kongrak. Have to watch the Thai races in these events. Sam Rizzo from Ballarat in Victoria, Australia. Brent Lakatos, the well-known Canadian. Second at the 23 Worlds. Marcel Hug, well, he's done everything. He won this one in Tokyo and was second in Rio. Silver bullet is in the chamber. Nathan Maguire, 27-year-old from Chester. Be on his inside at the start. Hug doesn't muck around at the start. He likes to be near the front, so he never gets boxed in. Likes to dictate the race. Aaron Pike, 6th in the marathon in Tokyo. Now we've got Jin Hua, won the 1500 at this year's Worlds. We are to watch Jin Hua and Yassine Gabi of Tunisia. First 5 go to the final. Everyone got away with a pretty even push, and pushing hardest on the inside perhaps is Gabi of Tunisia. And he's just had Jin Hua go past him the outside. And Jin Hua will lead around the first turn. And Marcel Hug is a little back in the field for a change. There he is with the brighter silver helmet, second from the rear. Just ahead of him is Rizzo of Australia. And it is Jin Hua, current 1500 world champion, who leads them through the start-finish line the first time. Wait for a move from Hug. Might be too long in coming, surely. And still Jin Hua. Well to the outside. He's trapped 3 or 4 wide. And Dai Yunqiang's also close to Jin Hua. So China have got 1 and 2 at the moment. Then it's Gabi of Tunisia. And Hug still trapped back in about 6th or 7th position. Jin Hua Coming down into the home straight once more. That's Jinhua and Dai Yuncheng, People's Republic of China, dictating the race at the moment. Tunisian Gabi sitting in third position. And Hug is leaving it to at least halfway through the race before he makes his move. He must be feeling confident about the pace to be sitting back there in, well, perhaps sixth position out of 9. Jinhua goes around the turn once more. Still enjoying the company of Dai Yuncheng in second spot. Then it would be Gabi. And on the outside is Lakatos. Come down with the bell lap. And where's Hug? Still sitting back on second last position at the moment. Lakatos goes past him. They get the bell. And Hug perhaps in trouble. He's got a lot to do. He's sitting in 8th position, second from the back. Starts to wind around the outside. It's still China dictating the race through Jinhua and Dai Yuncheng. Hug starting to gather them in, but he's a long way back and he's well wide. First 5 to go through, so perhaps he thinks he's only got to get 5th and that'll be enough, and he'll save something for the final as long as he gets there. Coming down into the home straight, he's led from the outset. Has Jinhua, and he'll lead them home ahead of Dai Yuncheng. And it, as Hug get there, 2, 3, 4, just. He came home in 5th spot. He cut it a bit fine, but that is the kind of judgment and race strategy and nous that Hug has. China will be well pleased with that. Jinhua and Dai Yuncheng showing the way. Good pace. And a 2:56.05. Well, that race pace, not that smart, really. Annika, I think it'll be a bit quicker come the final.
Yeah, I think so too. The Chinese athlete did take that race out from the very start and led right through to the finish line, even with enough time to look up to see if anyone's coming close in the final stretch down the home straight towards the finish line, but was able to take that win in a comfortable time of 2:56.05 for that automatic spot. And as we can see here, the 2 Republic of China athletes are leading from the front, the first top 2 positions.
Nathan Maguire did well. He's squeezed into 3rd spot, and Hug got his 5th spot by a little over 1/10 of a second.
It was close.
Yeah. And that left Kongrak of Thailand out of the final. Season's best for Gabi of Tunisia. I wonder if that was what Hug had in mind.
Maybe. We'll find out in the final.
Yeah, he's there. He's in the final. And
just about. Just scrapes through.
I don't think he'll race that way in the final, but
No.
all credit to Republic of China athletes Jin and Dai. So we'll take it out if you're not going to. Nathan Maguire, good strong finish. Likewise Gabi, and Hug just qualifies. And Elizabeth Rodriguez Gomez wins the F53 discus and the right to ring the bell. And as you'd expect, a thrower gives it a good hard ring.
Comme on l'a dit, il y a beaucoup d'amour ce soir au Stade de France. Alors pour entrer dans le 6e et dernier jet de cette finale du poids homme F11.
We're back at the shot put, and it's the F11 final. Alipur Darbid has led it from the outset. One attempt just under 14 metres and the rest well above it. And he looks in the mood, the 22-year-old. And he's still got something left to offer this competition. Oh, he's done well to stay in the circle. Hits the board pretty hard with his right foot. Kept his balance. Well, that technique is out of the top drawer. He really knows his way across the circle, and a personal best of 14.78. Just keeps getting better. So he's got past his 14.61. And now he's less than half a metre short of a long-standing world record set by Casina Sierra of Spain 24 years ago in Sydney. I mean, half a metre isn't nothing, but we've seen some big records go by big margins.
Back to the start line for the men's 1500 T4. So this is the second heat. There's 5 go through to the final. It's a heck of a return for the Chinese, 1 and 2 in that first heat. Here we have, well, it's supposed to be a pair of ties, but Saishan Konjin has pulled out. 2 Brits, a Kuwaiti, a Japanese, he was Republic of China athlete, and Romanchuk of the United States, multi-decorated Paralympian. There he is, the 26-year-old, lives in Champaign, Illinois, and cracking open the bubbly. If he can get through here, bronze in the 400, already gold in the 5,000. Liu Xingqiao from China in lane 7, 5,000 bronze. The medalist in Kobe. Dan Sidbury of Britain, 6. Faisal Al-Rajahi, world champion over 5,000 at the world champs in Kobe. So competed in wheelchair basketball down the years. That's Xiang Lam, para swimmer as well. Or on the helmet, David Weir, what a legend. 10 Paralympic medals in total, 6 golds, but off the podium since London and that unforgettable home games 12 years ago. And Tomoki Suzuki from Japan, not the Netherlands, in orange. Away we go. This is T54 classification, men's 1500 meters, heat 2. First 5 go through to the final. On the right of your picture there, that is Suzuki, that dropped off the start there in that inside lane. A nice pace being set there out in front by, well, that's Romanchuk, who's dropped into second place, and the field just thinning out a little as we complete the first lap. So 3 to go in this race. Romanchuk still nicely poised in second place. So that is the Chinese athlete there, Liu Xingqiao, with the 7 on the helmet, just coming up to lead just before Romanchuk comes through in second place right now. So nicely poised here, the American. It is still Luo Jingchan out in front. It's been a terrific event so far for the Chinese athletes in the T54 1500 meters. It is the Chinese Luo from Romanchuk, and then Oko Suzuki in third place at present. Top 5 will go through to the final of this event, the men's 1500. Still looking good for Luo, who is in control. And then in fourth place we have Faisal Al-Rahaihi, the Kuwaiti. Just trying to nudge up is Daniel Sidbury with the 6 on the helmet there of Great Britain. But no one able to challenge Luo right now. Sidbury just has that 5th place, trying to hold at present as they come down the home straight again. Another lap to go. Romanchuk still in position. Now he puts the pedal to the metal, and Romanchuk comes past Luo. And Suzuki just drops into 4th place by the looks of things as we hear the bell. Here's the excitement. Here's the tension. And Al-Rahaihi there still just about holding on to 4th place. It's going to be nip and tuck for that final qualifying spot. Weir has come through here. Remember, it's the top 5. It's between the United States and China right now for the race win. Luo around the bend. Who's got the best out from the corner? And it looks like it's Romanchuk. But here comes Faisal Al-Rahaihi, who might have a finish here. It is Romanchuk who wins. And did Suzuki claim that last qualifying place in 5th? It was a nudge to the line. It was so close there. The Romanchuk taking it in 3:05.10. Al-Rahaihi, the Kuwaiti, finishes in 2nd place. And Weir put in a right old surge coming round the bend there. But it is Romanchuk who wins, gold medalist in the 5,000 and the bronze in the 400. The American Luo faded into 3rd place there. The Xianglan, the Thai, just dived at the line there to get a finish of 4th. And we wait for confirmation of our final qualifier, who just lunged at 5th there, and it was Suzuki just edging out Weir. That's a shame for David Weir, who couldn't quite bring it for Britain, nor Sidbury, who finishes last in this race at 3:05.44. It was pretty hectic at the front. Romanchuk just got it by 0.4 of a second there from Al-Rahaihi, and Luo took 3rd.
It was quite a tough burn up in those final 60 meters down the home straight, but Romanchuk did take that win. Got that automatic qualifying spot in 3:05.10. It was quite a burn up for the next 4 athletes to go through, but it was exciting to see, and hopefully an exciting final ahead. Romanchuk did actually finish 5th in this event in Tokyo, so he will be looking towards that podium in that final.
Yeah, so the second heat then in the men's 1500 produces qualifiers from the United States, Kuwait, China, Thailand and Japan. There we go. There's the athletes that go through for the gold medal race in the T54 men's 1500.
Se positionner en première position, 13 mètres 83. Il sera médaille d'argent, Madi Hollande, vice-champion paralympique.
Towards the end of this competition, the men's shot put F11, and Alvaro Del Carmo Amocano, beg your pardon, has got himself into 3rd position. He did that in round 4. Trying to lock this in. Should be safe for the medal now. It's only the last 3 to go. And that's come out as a foul throw. Unfortunately, he's nearly cleaned up the effects microphone. He was off target. He doesn't care because he is safely on the podium. 3 fouls, 3 fair efforts, and the 13.38 is a personal best. That came out of his hand in the 5th round. Oh. I don't think it was going to be that funny if he fell over, but they both see the funny side of it as he goes over to enjoy the congratulations of family and friends and coaches. They've got themselves a bronze medal. Now, remains to be seen whether Marty Oulad can displace his Iranian teammate from top spot. Oulad with a best of 13.89. Oh, it's another good attempt out towards 13.80. Alipur David, though, is nearly a metre in front of him. Nice control. It's been a really solid competition from Marty Oulad because every attempt has been measured. And he's had a season's best of 13.89. And Oulad wishes Amar Hossein Alipur all the best as he goes one more time. Silver medal it will be for Oulad, who won in Tokyo, so he has to admit that today Alipur David, who is the current world champion, will be the new Paralympic champion. Alipur David has to give it one more go, see if he can get closer to this world record that stood for so long. And he pumps it out there well past 14 metres again. 15.26 is the world mark. Maybe not quite that far today, but at 22 years of age, it just might be in him in the years to come. But what we do already know is that he is going to be a Paralympic champion. 14.72. What a consistent competition he's had. Just under 14 metres and then all well above it. Islamic Republic of Iran. Gold and silver, bronze to Spain's Álvaro del Amocano. And going over to accept more congratulations, the pair of them. 1-2 for Iran, and a new champion. Often the big men of the throwing events reach their best late 20s, early 30s. Well, at 22, Alipur David is there already. And Oulad has been there, won Tokyo, won the 2019 and 23 World Championships. Álvaro del Amocano of Spain. He was 9th in Tokyo. To go from 9th to 3rd, quite something. But perhaps his bronze medal at the 2023 World Championships gave us an indication of where he was heading with his shot put.
As we head towards the close of the evening. Next on the track, will be the victory ceremony for the men's 100 meters T63 final. What an exciting final that was. Ezra Fresh from the USA taking that gold medal and taking that win in the final few meters of that race.
The medals will be presented by member of the Paralympic Order. First Vice President of Est Ensemble.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant le Brésil.
Bronze medalist, representing Brazil, Vinicius Gonçalves Rodriguez.
Vinicius Gonçalves Rodriguez from Brazil capturing that bronze medal. Taking that third spot from Leon Schaefer in a closely contested 100-meter final. Although Ezra Fresh took the win from the Brazilian, he is still currently the world record holder for this event, winning that bronze medal in a time of 12.10 seconds in a new season's best.
Médaillé d'argent, représentant du Danemark.
Silver medalist, representing Denmark, Daniel Wagner.
Daniel Wagner from Denmark with that sensational win of a silver. The 31-year-old running a personal best of 12.08 seconds. Daniel also competes in the long jump to add to that medal, where he won long jump bronze in Tokyo. He also captured 100-meter gold in Dubai in 2019 for the long jump sprinter.
Paralympic champion, representing the United States of America, Ezra Fresh.
The high jumper now becomes the 100-meter Paralympic champion. Ezra Fresh from the USA, winning that race in 12.0 seconds in a new personal best. Never winning this event before, having won gold at the World Championships in the high jump in Paris and silver in Kobe this year in the high jump as well. Ezra Fresh from the USA becoming Paralympic champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can, please stand for the anthem of the United States of America.
medalists there from the men's 100 meters T63 final. Goncalves Rodriguez taking that bronze for the Brazilian athlete. Daniel Wagner winning that silver from Denmark. And from high jump to becoming 100-meter champion, Ezra Fresh of the USA, the men's 100-meter T63 medalist.
Well, it's been a long and exciting day. But we're not quite done yet. Another victory ceremony incoming as the medalists in the T63 men's 100 enjoy their moment in front of the photographers, share the glory, share the experience with their friends and family. Really has been another spectacular day, the fourth day of the para-athletics at the Stade de France. 13 gold medal events all in across the 2 sessions of this fourth day. Just on the northern outskirts of Paris. This magnificent arena, built for football's World Cup in 1998, hosted World Championships in athletics. And a wonderful arena, a wonderful stage for the heroics that have been produced thus far, been delivered today, and of course we'll see plenty more feats of athletic prowess before these games conclude. We're in the cut and thrust of it here. Now we're going to see the victory ceremony. T36 men's long jump.
The medals will be presented by
Mr. Matthias Berg, member of the Paralympic Order, presenting here. Accompanying person without presenting, World Para Athletics technical delegate. This is Ruth Lyon. Well, it's one of the first events to get cracking in the evening session here under the lights of the Stade de France. Men's long jump, T36 classification, a bronze medal for Ukraine. For so long, it was a question of who was going to go beyond 5.76, because they were locked for so long in this competition. The Ukrainian Litvinenko and Brazil's Almeida Ramos, and the eventual gold medal winner Evgeny Tursunov. Litvinenko takes bronze, a PB of 5.76. Bronze Stade Charlotte at the World Champs a year ago. Another third place finish for the 34-year-old Ukrainian.
silver medals representing Brazil, Sir Matheus Almeida Ramos.
Super silver. Almeida Ramos, the Pan Am Games champion from Santiago last year, and the reason that grin is as wide as the Amazon basin is because he was off the podium in Tokyo and at the World Champs, 4th in both of those events, but here he is, Paralympic Games silver medalist. The 33-year-old from Porto Alegre with his 5.76 less wind assisted. with a silver medal for Brazil in para-athletics here at Paris 2024, their third. Gold medal winner, he's done the repeat. He won it in Tokyo, he won it here with a spectacular last-ditch lead. He had to deliver something, he had to go further, he had to find those extra centimetres with his 6th attempt, and that's what he did. That's what champions do. 5.83, and he set the new Paralympic best mark as well. World record holder, Paralympic Games record holder, 2-time Paralympic champion Evgeny Tursunov in the T36 men's long jump.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the Paralympic anthem.
We have our podium then. The men's T36 long jump. Ukraine, bronze with Litvinenko. Silver, Brazil, that's here. Matthias Almeida Ramos, a neutral Paralympic athlete. Evgeny Tursunov is the Paralympic champion again.
And the bell rung emphatically for the men's shot put. Ahmed Hossein, Alapur Dabid.
Merci à vous. Un petit message aussi évidemment pour tous les volontaires et tous les jurys sans qui ces Jeux ne pourraient avoir lieu. Merci pour vos applaudissements. Alors évidemment, ce n'est pas fini, on se retrouve demain à partir de 10h.
Effectivement, on se retrouve à partir de 10h. On a 10 jours.
Men's javelin throw, F64, and a field of 10. And Tokyo silver medalist was Australia's Mikael Burian. Another good competition shaping up for the man from Melbourne, who was born in Czechia. And a 64.89 in the second round was Mikael's best. Koda Thawaku. Big, strong left-hander from Sri Lanka. Out towards 70 metres. And for his classification, that was a new world record, 67.03. He's in the F44. And Sumit of India, a winner in Tokyo, a two-time world champion, and now a two-time Paralympic champion after that 70.59, setting a Paralympic record, season's best, personal best right through the field. Gold to India. Men's long jump T36. This was a great competition. Three men stuck together on 5.76 for quite a while. Alexander Litvinenko, one of them. Looked like it might have been have to be separated on wind assistance or otherwise. But Almeida Ramos, who led the competition for so long, having first jumped the 5.76 to set the Paralympic record, jointly with Litvinenko, and thought he might be going to win this one until the final round, when Evgeny Tursunov settled the issue. Jumping 5.83, set yet another new mark for the Paralympic record, and to claim the gold and leap ahead of Almeida Ramos. Neutral Paralympic athlete Tursunov has it. Almeida Ramos the silver and Litvinenko the bronze. Women's discus F53. Zoya Ofsi won the club throw in Tokyo, the F51 category. And Ofsi with the best attempt in this final of 14 meters 17. 30-year-old from Dnipro, Ukraine. Onodani Keiko of Japan, youngest of the medalists, the 29-year-old in her second attempt through 15 meters 78. Tokyo, the second in the World Championships this year. The smile of a silver medalist and a personal best there. Elizabeth Rodriguez Gomez won Tokyo, two-time world champion, and a 17.37 was on the way. New Paralympic record. She owns the world record of 18.45, and now the Paralympic record of 17.37. Rodriguez Gomez, the gold for Brazil. Japan, the silver. Ukraine, the bronze. Men's shot put F11. Time for the big men to shine. And they did. Alvaro del Amocano of Spain. Moved himself into bronze medal position past Igor Baskakov, neutral Paralympic athlete, and that 13.38, a personal best for the Spaniard. Then it became a contest between the two men from Iran, Mahdi Olad, who won this event in Tokyo, and in the second round, a 13.89, a season best for Olad, 23 world champion, still very much in form, but today it was his teammate Amir Hossein Adapor Dabid, who is the current world champion, with an appropriate roar after the 14 meter 78 attempt in the fifth round. And a new personal best for him and a new area record. And gold and silver to the Islamic Republic of Iran, bronze to Spain's Mocano. So another day of records of stunning, entertaining performances in the Stade de France. And it's comforting to know there's still plenty to come in this iconic arena. It's proving quite the place to be and to compete. Well, we love a surprise in sport. It's glorious unpredictability that draws us back time and again. And Annika, it was another great day.
Yes, it was. Exciting events in those men's javelin throw, with Summit taking that win. And also, how can we forget Ezra French in that sensational 100 meters?
He was great and a wonderful winner. And more to come from Stade de France. It's a good night for now, though, from Paris.